Well, you want to start over, and then I'll start over?
Okay, sure.
What's your name?
Officer Prettyman with Animal Services.
And your badge number?
047882.
Okay.
I'm here for a complaint that we've received numerous complaints regarding your dogs coming off the property and being off leash, which is in violation of leash laws. Okay, so tell me how the dogs are getting out and tell me what's going on.
Well, just to let you know ahead of time, last time you guys were coming around with our old dogs, it didn't go good.
Okay, we're not talking about last time right now, we're talking about now. So
Well, that's the
tell me-
only reason that I felt like I needed to start recording you and actually
Okay.
get to the bottom of this, because
That's-
I need the truth and not what some officer might tell me he's going to do and not do what he said.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's
so,
why I have
so that's
you
why
now
I'm
on
asking you,
camera.
tell me what's going on now.
Okay, well, what do you want to know? I'm not going to just tell you
So
my
how-
whole life.
Okay, so how are the dogs getting out?
I let him out sometimes.
Okay,
And obviously, I've been more aware of it now that I know one of the neighbors has been complaining, because I saw you guys had a letter in the mail.
right, okay.
So I've been more on top of it, but you know, we have a lot of property right here, and I know we don't have a fence, but we do have a kennel down there that I normally keep them in.
Okay.
And now I've been keeping them down there more, and you know, just in the house more.
Do
But
they get out of the kennel?
only when I let them now.
Only
They've
when
been
you-
in there.
Okay.
They're literally. The only reason I even seen you pulled up right now is because I was gonna go get them down there right now.
Okay,
So I don't even mind if you walk with me down there,
okay.
so you could see the
So
situation
they're
they're
not
in.
getting out of the kennel, it's just when you let them out, they run off the
Yeah.
property? Okay,
Just
So-
at my, you know,
so there's nothing we need to fix about their confinement?
no.
Okay, it's basically
I've
just.
had to
human-
fix it a lot of
it's just
times
hu-
already.
It's just human error when they get out?
Not really. You wouldn't expect one of the neighbors to complain. He's got freaking his own 5 acres up there.
Okay, so as of today, it's just gonna be it's an education, okay? Coming out here
Yeah.
to record that we've actually spoken and that we do need to go ahead and maintain security on the dogs.
Yeah,
okay?
if you want to see them, I'll go show you them right now.
Okay.
Because that's
I-
one of the things they used to do when they used to come out
Okay.
for other dogs that we used to
Have
have.
you thought about putting up some trolley lines around your property?
Trolley line? What is that?
So what a trolley line is instead of keeping them in an actual kennel, I can show you how to set up trolley lines, whether it be with posts or on the ground. And you can set up several of them throughout your property and actually keep the dogs on a trolley. So they're basically on a tether, but it's not a tether per se. It's actually a long stationary cord. And then you attach either their leash and or harness to this cord. So it kind of looks like this.
I think I know what you're talking about,
Okay?
really, but
So I've had
it's
lot of-
not it's not just a line though, or
No. So let's say, for instance, you don't have uprights on your property that you could put them on.
Right.
So what you can do, the one thing that I suggest is, you know, the tethering devices that are corkscrews? Okay. So if you get those, cement those into like a 3-gallon bucket because dogs pull those up, okay? So you'll do 2 of those like this. And along the ground, there's gonna be a stationary cord, okay? And you can make this as long as you want to. You could put as many as you want around your property so the dogs have access to your property. Now, along this cord stays taut and along the ground. Now, here's your dog. Please excuse my drawings, okay? You have a harness on them, and that harness is attached on a pulley system.
yeah, and
Now-
it's like on top, it's like above them, right?
Not above them. So if this one's on the ground, let's say this is your cord, there's your dog. The dog has this much room, however much room you give them, to go up and down this trolley line.
Yeah.
Okay.
But is that on the ground or above them?
It can be either. So
Okay.
I'll kind of show you a picture of how it looks above.
I think I've only seen them like
Okay.
where it's a line above
Yeah,
them.
so this is above. But if you're able to do this on the ground, you can connect your dogs wherever you want to and rotate them throughout the property. Okay? So this can kind of be a form of confinement if you don't want to keep them in there.
Yeah, I know. I've thought about that type of stuff too,
Okay.
but
So this is perfectly
Others-
fine to keep your dogs on.
it's just funny because last time the guy like called my dad and was like mad and yelling at him and he told my dad he was gonna shoot my dogs
Okay?
if they didn't leave his property or whatever.
They do have the right to do
And
that.
right when I whistled for him, right away, they came right back. So
Okay.
it's not like, that guy gets out of control. And I don't know, maybe, I had a dog pass away not too long ago, and I honestly think that that guy might have poisoned him himself. So
Okay.
he got sick and wouldn't eat for a week, and it was bad, but that's, I couldn't think of anything else that could have happened except for that guy who was like always calling the animal control on him.
Okay. And what dogs do you have here on the property right now?
I kind of want to show you just because I want you to know that they're in a safe
Sure.
spot, but
Where-
at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't show you because in the past, these guys, I literally had to show animal control my dog one time when I was a kid,
Okay.
and he told me that he wasn't going to take him, and he put him in his car and left and took my dog
Well,
away
as of
from
right
me.
now, I have no right to remove your dogs from your property.
That's what I need to
Your-
hear, and I'm happy to talk to you about it as long as you're not gonna lie
your
about
dog is
something
your
like that.
property at this point, and the dogs are not out, they're not off your property, so I have no right to remove them.
All right.
Nor are they declared a public nuisance at this point, so you can show me, so I have
I don't mind
something-
showing you.
So I have something to record
Yeah.
saying that they are in a secure spot.
Let me just tell you ahead of time that a little past about our property,
Okay,
okay?
go ahead.
Back then, after that happened, my mom got sick and died after that.
In
She was sick in the
2009,
meantime.
right?
I don't know if you know when she died or what. I mean, is that the last call or whatever that you?
Well, like I said,
'Cause-
before I came out here to talk to you, I did read through all of the extensive history that we have. So we do have a lot of that information on file.
Okay.
So then that way I can communicate with you.
So then you should know why you guys had my mom who was sick and dying and who needed other people's help to take care of her in her last days on probation doing community service at the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay. That
That's-
I can attest to.
You guys and the court
That I can attest
and the
to.
neighbor,
I
in
didn't
my
start-
eyes.
I didn't start with animal control until 2011, but I did read some notes that your father
Just saying.
had advised us in 2009 his wife had passed away.
Yeah, and she's the one who had to take the blame because the kids weren't old enough to do it at the time.
Okay.
For our dogs getting out.
Okay.
And my dad didn't want to take that burden on or whatever. So my mom ended up taking the blame, and she was sick and dying on house arrest doing community service at the Boys and Girls Club because of my neighbor, whoever called, and you guys and the court. So that's
So-
all I want you to know before I take you back there and show you the situation. I want to be on a good foot with you guys, but at the moment, when I think about those days, it really does piss me off still.
Well, as of right now,
that ever happened.
As of right now, okay, it's a new year, it's a new day, okay. We are on a good foot at the moment, okay.
Yeah,
So
and I
let's
don't
con-
mind, if you're not lying to me about taking my dogs or anything, like, I don't mind showing you their situation,
Okay, so
so
then
let's
let's go
do it.
take a look.
I was gonna go get them anyways.
Okay.
They're right in the backyard. In their kennel, which has been pretty secure, after all those times back then, we've at least got them to be able to stay in there.
Well, so when did you build the kennel out here?
That we had it back then too, but
Okay.
it was just harder back then to keep them in there because it was kind of newer, I guess. But
Okay.
they dig a lot. But nowadays, with these dogs, they haven't been getting out of this when I put them in here, so it's been going pretty good.
They haven't been digging as much?
Nah, I mean they try to dig too, but we've already had to fix a lot of things from back then, and now it's not as easy to get out probably. Well, this is Gigi and Kobe.
The one wagging his tail?
That's the girl. That's the mom.
Okay.
I got it reversed, Kobe and Gigi.
So this is
But
Kobe?
that's her son, Kobe.
Okay. So Kobe's really cute. He's
Yeah.
about 6 months? 5 months?
Nah, he's on October 2nd,
Okay.
but
October 2nd he was born?
yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright.
Gigi is the mom. She's just had these puppies.
Okay. And how old is Gigi?
She's about 2,
2?
3.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Well, he's very handsome.
Yeah, they both are. You know, they're a little dirty from being out here,
All
but
right. Well, I don't care about
I've
dirty.
been trying to let them
They're dogs.
just get outside more. I mean, and while you're here right now, normally I would honestly just let them follow me inside.
Right.
But I don't even want to do that with you right here because I don't,
So then,
you might take my dog.
When you do let them out, do they not have recall and they just kind of take off?
I mean, if I don't, they might if I'm not out there or whatever at the same time. But
Okay.
they, and lately I've been really trying to be on it because now I have 2 dogs instead of, because I just had Gigi for a little while, but now that I have 2, it's like I got to make sure I, keep track of them.
Okay.
But
All right. Well, it looks like you are keeping it pretty secure.
they kind of tore up that little
Yeah.
house, but
Well, that's okay.
it's not like they don't even stay in here all the time. I just
That's okay. Well, you have
keep them out here
you
during
have-
the day.
But you have shelter and water. Those are the 2 main
Yeah,
elements.
they're
So that's no
cool.
problem. And I do like the wrought irons with the straights so they can't climb or jump out. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that first one, he was too small. That's the only place he used to actually walk right through.
Oh, because he was
Is that-
tiny.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But now he's like bigger, and that's not happening
Okay.
anymore. So
And she doesn't look like she jumps the fence.
nah, hell no.
Okay.
If anything, I'm worried about a coyote getting in here.
Right. Okay.
But
Well,
she's,
I'm okay with this. Okay. Now we just have to.
maybe
work
you
on-
know one of my friends that just stopped working at the animal shelter, or not the shelter, but with you guys. Her name was Christina, and maybe you know her, maybe not, but she was always cool. I've known her for a long time, but I ain't trying to have no drama with you guys, and I'm not trying to ignore those letters that you guys send or
Right.
whatever, but
Okay.
like at the same time, I've had, with old dogs that I've had here,
Right.
I've had another breeding of dogs that we had. We bred dogs. Back then we had some puppies, and literally one of our neighbors called because they were out one day or whatever in their yard, and they came and took all our puppies, and they literally stole them from us, wouldn't tell us who adopted them, and sold them themselves. So that's like, to me, that's stealing.
Well, if the dogs are
And
off
the
the
sad part of
property-
it is, that's like like something that you try to keep track of, where the dogs are going when you have puppies like that,
Okay.
You want to know where they're getting housed at or whatever, and they wouldn't even tell us that.
Well, once dogs become our property, we
I know you steal them and you can't
we
get
don't
them back.
steal 'em. If
Yeah.
they are off the property, we have the right to impound. Okay. Now,
Okay, well, they did it right in front of me on my own property, right here too, before.
okay.
So that's why, I'm a little hesitant to even talk to you. I should have just told you to leave, but I'm trying to be nice, and I don't
Okay.
want to get harassed here either.
Well, I hope you don't feel like you're being harassed at the moment.
I do.
Okay.
This has happened before.
Okay.
I know I know you weren't there back then,
We're
but
not talking about before. We're just talking about now.
okay, it's the same thing that's happening.
All right. So I'm going to give you some paperwork today. Okay. One is going to be an alleged incident report. Okay. It's for your side of the story about what's been going on. how you're
I'm cool on that. I'm not even gonna like.
How you're keeping the dogs confined and what you're doing to prevent them from getting out.
You just
all right?
seen it.
I-
So if
Exactly.
you want the proof, I'm the only one who has it. I don't see you with a video camera out here proving anything.
I don't need a video camera.
You should, because last time they lied to me and stole my dog. So
Okay. Let me run back to the
if
truck.
you guys
real quick
want to
and
know
get
the
paperwork.
truth, this is what they're gonna have to get is this video.
Okay. Well, what I put in our memos is what I've seen. Okay. Which is a secure kennel
Yep.
at the back of your property.
And what I told you.
Exactly. So as of right now, I'm not seeing a violation. Okay. But
As long as they're in there, yeah.
okay, as long as they're in there and they stay on your property. How many acres do you have here?
We have 5 acres.
5 acres.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're
Most of the people around here do.
okay. And I'm assuming your property line ends at the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do they tend to go if they do
I
get
know
away from
the
you?
only one who calls is that guy right up there, right across the
Are
street.
you having problems with him?
He don't even wave when we drive by his ass.
Okay.
He's kind of a none of the neighbors like his ass anyway. So
Okay.
he's looking for a dog to shoot. I would
Okay.
say
So
if he didn't poison my last dog.
okay. Are you guys having any actual issues?
The
with
only
that?
reason I got her again is so I could breed. And now that I got my dead dog who got poisoned or something, you know, he might have not been that guy, but they got into something and he died too early and I was upset about it. But now that dog back there, Kobe, is my dead dog's grandson.
Okay.
So that's why I bred him so I can get his line, you know, and
Okay.
keep this line
All
going.
right. Let me just grab the
Wow.
paperwork from the truck, okay?
Yeah, that's the situation.
Okay.
This is a lot of paperwork for a warning or what?
Um,
Or you want me to like respond to that and all that? Because I'm not really going to do that probably, you
you
know,
don't have to,
for real.
but I'm going to give it to you. And
Okay.
if you choose to do so, then we've at least got your statement on file as well. So it's not just one person complaining. We've got you
Yeah.
telling us what actions you're doing to maintain the dogs on
Well,
your
I'm
property.
showing you. It's not even my word versus his. This
I
is,
know, but
this is
look.
what's really going on.
The paper that I'm giving you is going to say that you're signing this under penalty of perjury, okay? So it's even stronger than my memos, okay? So what this is paperwork just stating that you...
If I want to write my side down.
Exactly, okay?
That's cool. All right. And the only reason I haven't done that or anything, and I don't know if you guys sent me that in one of the letters
We sent you a letter.
or whatever, or if that was in it, you know. But like the only reason I didn't respond is because I'm like not trying to be involved with the animal control at all.
Okay.
For real, I don't even want to get them chipped and all that because I
Well,
don't trust.
if you get them
I don't trust
chipped,
you guys.
Here's what I
First
can
of all,
tell you. You can get a chip at the vet, okay?
yeah,
chip-
I haven't even
The
brought him to
chip,
a vet.
the chip allows the dog to come home if it gets out, okay? It allows us to know who the owner is.
Yeah.
Let's say your dog got out and got hit by a car,
Yeah.
and your dog has
Or
a chip.
who to hold responsible is
Hey.
what it's really about.
What do you mean, who to hold
That's what it
responsible?
seems like.
No, it's to be able to call you and say, hey, we found your dog, can we bring him home? Or hey, we have an emergency, we need you to respond, let's get the dog home.
Yeah.
That's what a chip does. It actually saves a lot of dogs' lives.
Yeah, it's probably half and half. But anyways, you know, I understand that.
It also does prove ownership. So let's say, for instance, someone picked your dog up.
Yeah, you never know.
It proves ownership. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the alleged incident report. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is not mandatory you fill it out, but it does state your side of the story. Okay.
If I want you guys to know.
If you want to, absolutely. Here's an area where you can write down kind of what's going on, whether it be with your neighbor or how the dogs are getting out, how you're keeping them in, whatever you want to say. All right. Make sure you sign it, and then you
And do I get to see what my neighbor's report said?
if you request records, you can.
So you guys are requesting records from me without
No,
showing me.
if you want to
Yes.
request records, you can request
Yeah.
the records.
Do I have
of
to
this-
do that at the
of this
sheriff's
whole call.
station or
No,
at your
you could do that
station?
on our website.
Oh, on the website.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to you.
All right.
The other one is just an information letter regarding leash laws and liabilities, okay?
Yeah.
Potential liabilities as well as responsible pet ownership. When the dogs are loose and come off the property, you are in violation of what's called restraint of
Yeah.
dogs required.
That I do remember they sent me
This
in that
one.
letter.
Okay. When the dogs harass, attack, or bite anybody or any other animal, you're in violation of public protection from
Right.
dogs.
Which has
okay?
never happened.
Okay. So here are those. All right. As of right now, everything is good, but the dogs aren't licensed.
Yeah. Well,
We need to get them licensed. It is required by law. Okay. So
that's crazy.
Here's the thing. Both dogs, because they're not altered, it is $36 per dog. We have a couple different ways we can do it. I could take cash or check now and write you a receipt, and the dogs will be licensed for the next year. You could do it online with your card, and I can walk you through it, or I can issue you a fix-it ticket, and I'll give you 60 days to get it done.
Yeah, I'm cool on that. I'd rather go to court and explain myself to a judge and let him see how he feels about you guys
So then you
having my
prefer-
mom on
Okay.
probation over all this.
This is not talking about then.
But
okay?
it is
This is
dealing
gonna-
with you guys
listen,
who did that.
This is dealing with the issue right now.
Yeah,
okay?
and you're here
So
right now. It's been a long time, but I've been waiting for you guys to come
The
back.
only thing we need to do left is license the dogs. Okay?
I'm
And
not
then-
into that.
And then we'll be
So,
gone. But
I don't know
it's
what-
required by law.
Whatever you else need to do, I'm pretty sure a judge will agree with me. So if you want to write me a ticket about it or whatever, but that's sad that you have to do that.
I don't want to have to write you a ticket.
I know.
So
Sad that you have to do
Would you
that.
just like to do it online and I can walk you through it?
Not really. Nope.
Okay.
Not interested in you guys knowing exactly who my dogs are.
Okay.
You might steal them again.
We're not going to steal your dogs.
You done it before.
Okay.
Why
It
would I
wasn't-
believe you?
They were off the property.
No, but still, you didn't even let us know, and they took all, like 8 puppies from us
Okay.
back then. Wouldn't even tell us who took them.
Okay. So I'll ask you one more time. We can do this very peacefully, and
I don't have the money to do that
Okay.
anyways.
So then you want
So I
you
can't.
want 60 days to get it done?
That mean, at least, you know what I mean? If I even do it, but
Okay.
I don't even.
So then I'll give you-
honestly, I might not even do that because
Okay, but listen
not on
to
the
me.
top of my
Listen
list
to
right
me.
now.
Listen to me. The last thing that you need to do for the dogs is license them. That's it. License, okay? It's required by law. We have
Yeah.
to get the dogs licensed. So I can give you the 60 days to do
does
it.
that put a microchip in them?
No. It's basically showing us
Just on
that-
paper.
what it is it ensures our department that they've been vaccinated against rabies.
Yeah. Well, I got their shots and shit.
Okay. So then that is the second portion of it. It's similar to registering your car with the DMV, right? When you
Yeah,
go to the
I'm not
DMV
into that
hold on,
anymore
listen,
either.
Listen. When you go to the DMV,
listening.
you have to get the smog check, pay the fees, and then you get the tag, right? Same thing with the dogs. They get the rabies shots, you pay the fees for the license, they get a little tag that says
No.
their license. It also proves ownership, okay? So it's not a huge deal.
Not into that still,
Okay.
but you can give me the paperwork you need to do. Sucks you even have to do this.
Okay, right, because this is actually really easy.
It should be, yeah. It should have, you know how easy it could have been if I'd have just told you you're not allowed on my private property that you're on right now.
Well, then I would have had to brought sheriff, and I don't want to do
Go
that.
ahead. They ain't coming for this. They came for
I don't-
more than this.
listen,
They ain't got
listen,
nothing to say to
I
me.
don't need to do that because
Okay,
we're
I know you
talking-
don't.
Okay, so we're talking because we're talking.
But if you're
right
gonna give
now.
me a ticket, I ain't gonna accept it from you. If that's what you're writing up right now,
Okay,
which it looks
it's-
like it might be.
it's
real.
it's the citation for the license that I just
Yeah.
told you.
You can leave that in the mailbox or on the
Well,
door.
if you don't choose to sign it,
What was your name again? One more time.
Officer Prettyman. So if
And
you
your
don't
badge number?
listen, if you don't choose to sign it, sheriff will be out here, and you will.
I'd rather talk to them, a real sheriff.
You want okay? You want to talk to sheriff?
I guess if you're gonna make
Okay.
me, lady.
It doesn't need to go this way.
I know. Why are you making it?
Okay, because
Should have just told me you were giving me a warning, like you said, instead of
Okay.
giving me a ticket.
but we need to do the licensing. It's required by law.
Lady, you know the backup, you know the history or whatever that you looked up. You know
Okay.
the dogs aren't licensed, and you just came up here and told me you're just gonna give me a warning if I talk to you, and now
Okay, and
you're making
and
it
I
a
just
bigger
gave you
deal than it
three
had to be.
options. I gave you 3 options.
You
on
should have
how
gave
we
me the
can take care
warning,
of
a
the
60-day
license.
warning.
This is the 60-day.
Well, then write it.
Okay.
Don't make it seem like a real ticket then. Yeah. I don't mind talking to the sheriff, but it's not the best thing I want to do, you know? Wasting my time with this. And I don't want to see you guys out here for no reason either. Like, sometimes I do understand if the dogs were out in the neighbor's yard or whatever, but sometimes they don't even seem to be out, and the neighbors might call or whatever. Just, I don't know. It's weird. But we'll see how it goes, I guess. But I know one thing. You ain't stealing my dogs, and you ain't putting no one on probation around here for no reason, especially if they're dying. That's sad.
$428.87.
What is that? What is that? What does those numbers mean? Uh, what are you talking about? No, you're wrong on that.
I am wrong on that?
Yeah. And you might not know who you're talking to now, but it's all good. Just guess, I guess. I ain't telling you anything else, really.
Okay.
No more personal information. I should have never even showed you my dogs. Can't trust these guys over here. Oh, here's the card number. What time is it? It's 5:47. Got this officer over here harassing us. You should you could have called first if you wanted to come over.
Were you really going to answer the phone?
Who knows? I answer random numbers sometimes. How would I have known it was you guys? You should have left a message. I would have called you back maybe. Or if you're gonna send the cops over here, maybe call first so I don't miss out on the action.
Instead of just trying to take care of it like this?
I don't even have the money to do that. So
Okay.
that's the problem actually. And I'm not like not trying to do that, but it's not on the top of my list right now.
That's why I'm giving you 60 days to do it.
So like,
okay?
you guys shouldn't be telling us what to do when it comes to us owning pets around here. You know? These ain't my first dogs.
So then you should know the laws regarding license.
I do, and I'm not cool with that. They're hassling us. They're harassing us for money to get our dog's license for no reason. Just like getting our cars registered at the DMV, like you're talking about.
And you don't do that either?
I'm about to stop probably soon. It's too much to register our cars and get our dogs registered when we shouldn't have to do that anyway, just to live freely out here in the woods.
But you still live where there's laws, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Well, that's everywhere you go, unfortunately.
Yeah, snitches everywhere. Go give my neighbor a high five. You probably will.
I don't need to speak with your neighbor.
You already did or not? Because if you're coming over here without speaking to him, he's the one who complained. You won't even tell me what he said exactly or anything, so why should I tell you anything at all? You want me to confess to something?
All right, just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay. That's over 1 second.
You know what I mean.
I guess I do now. Your 1 second's over. You can leave it on the door if you want. Try to have a better night. Don't be harassing my neighbors either. I ain't signing nothing.
Okay, you said that you were gonna sign.
I said I ain't signing nothing.
Okay, well then it'll be issued as a notified.
Okay, do whatever you gotta do. Call the cops. I don't care. Tell them to come over.
Okay.
Damn. I didn't know you gotta get that crazy. You want someone to die over it. You want the cops to come over with their guns?
Okay.
That's the only thing you don't got?
You're saying that you're gonna die over that?
I'm saying you might get someone killed calling the cops on them for no
I
reason.
might get someone killed.
Yeah.
What do? Die by cop? That's what you want to do?
No, what
No?
the fuck? I'm trying to avoid that whole situation.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm even saying?
All right.
Damn.
Here, you want to take the copy of this?
A lot of Karens around here for real.
You want to take the copy of this or not?
Leave it on the door or in the mailbox. I don't care
Okay.
what you do.
All right.
I ain't signing shit though.
Then don't sign it. Here you go. It'll go as a notified.
You could put it on,
Here you
put
go.
it wherever you want. That ain't mine. You don't even know who you're talking to.
You already expressed who I was talking to.
I ain't-
You
you don't
confirmed-
even have a name.
You confirmed who you were. Okay.
No, I didn't.
You
You don't
did.
even have the
It's
right
on
birth
record.
date for me.
It's on
You have
record.
someone else's birthday
It's
on
on
there.
record.
You don't
Okay.
even know.
You-
I'm the only one with the
You
record.
advised it was Andrew Rodriguez Jr.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm the one with the record.
Okay. Sure. I'll go ahead and.
You're hilarious. I hope.
Go as a notified.
Yeah.
That means
That's gonna be
it does-
sad if you do call the
when it
cops.
does go to
That's
court-
sad, Karen.
Listen, as a notified,
Officer Karen.
when this does go to court, it'll go down as a failure to appear, and it'll go down for an
That's
arrest,
probably gonna be you. I'm gonna be the one there.
an arrest warrant. Okay.
Failure to appear. I've been here talking to you the whole time.
But you won't sign a ticket for license.
Why should I?
You said we're done.
You don't even know who you're talking
We're
to.
done.
Have a bad night.
Thank you.
Wow, dog, she's about to crash. Just backing out my damn driveway. Let me go. No, let me go get my damn dogs out of here. Fuck. Motherfuckers make it stressful just living out here with dogs, bro. That's crazy.